My name is Josh Herdman, and this is my 5-question interview. What do you remember about working with Tom Felton and Jamie Waylett? Me and Jamie Waylett had a turbulent relationship. We didn't see eye to eye. We clashed massively, especially in the early movies. But as we matured and we grew up, we both calmed down and we ended up liking each other by the end of it. But then sadly he got fired. Tom Felton, what I remember about Tom Felton, I just really admired him and respected him. And I found him quite an inspiring character. And he was very cool. He was a very cool dude. I mean, he was one of the first people I ever saw to wear a Wu-Tang hoodie. You know, and that was before I even knew what Wu-Tang was. And he was always on his skateboard, skating around set and stuff. And he was just a cool dude. And very a professional, you know. So I was sort of like, not mimicking him, but I was seeing him as like a guide of how to behave on set and stuff like that, and I basically kind of tried to replicate that because he was very experienced. He'd done Anna and the King, The Borrowers. He'd done a bunch of stuff. At 13, you became Gregory Goyle in Harry Potter. What do you most remember from that audition? Well, I originally auditioned for Dudley Dursley. I had maybe 4 or 5 auditions for Dudley, screen tests, and I got down to the last 2 actors for Dudley. But then the producers decided to go in a different direction for Dudley's look, and me and the other kid didn't get the job. And then they started the whole casting process again, where they found Harry Melling, who you know as Dudley today. But luckily, they called me back 3 weeks later, because obviously they said I didn't get the part. I was heartbroken. They called my agent 3 weeks later and said, we really liked him, so will he come back and try for Goyle? So I did, and the rest is history. What do your kids think about your role as Gregory Goyle in Harry Potter? They're proud. They're proud of their dad being in Harry Potter, and they're not actually into Harry Potter themselves, but yeah, they're very proud, and they like it. And they love coming to the Comic Con. I bring them to the Comic Cons often, and they think it's pretty cool. They like to tell their friends about it, that's for sure. Your family includes actors and athletes. How did your father, Martin Herdman, influence your path in both fields? He's the reason I did either of those things. My dad got me into acting when I was 7. And as I was growing up, like, my dad was like a local celebrity, sort of, and you know, he was always in the local paper for his various sporting achievements and stuff. So he'd have scrapbooks of his articles, and I grew up as a kid looking through his scrapbooks, fascinated. So yeah, it's thanks to my dad that I did martial arts, MMA, and acting. It's down to my dad. So yeah, thanks, Martin. When signing autographs, what quote do fans ask for most? You know what? I don't actually get many quote requests. I'd say 9 times out of 10, the fans kind of leave that up to you to think of something, and I have like a catalogue of different quotes I use. Well, actually, not quotes that Goyle said, because Goyle didn't actually say that much, but I have a bunch of various things catalogued in my head, which like go-to answers. Thanks, guys. Slytherin for life.